The Red Bull X Fighters. The best freestyle motocross riders on the planet.
Yup.
Hit the drums and the ramps in Osaka, Japan. Konnichiwa, and welcome to stop number 2 of the most prestigious series in freestyle motocross. And this is just the overture. Osaka is a vibrant city. Almost 19 million people live in this huge metropolitan area. It's the daily stage for all kinds of people. Osaka Castle lies in the heart of this city like a time capsule, built in the 16th century and timelessly beautiful ever since. It is the beautiful backdrop for the Red Bull X Fighters event. It's showtime. 20,000 frenetic Japanese fans were lucky enough to get the rare tickets for the weekend. They show and share their enthusiasm for freestyle in this unique event. Hours before the event, the grandstands are packed, and the Red Bull X Fighters in Osaka are about to begin. In the pits, the riders get ready. Local hero Taka Higashino belongs to the top picks. He is the defending Osaka champion and full of self-confidence.
I'm nervous, but same time enjoy, and I want to show how I practice, before. So that's my plan. I want to do all my tricks, then, I don't know, even judge what place I get. So I don't care. I want to show to all my Japanese buddies. So.
Tom Pages does not take part. He rode the training sessions and the qualifying, but finally decided not to ride the competition. With his unique tricks, he just did not feel comfortable at all on the course. Levi Sherwood has the momentum on his side. He won the qualifying in grand style, just like he had won the first competition of the season. The Plaza de Toros Monumental was the stage for the first event of the 2014 World Tour. 42,000 fans saw Levi Sherwood unleashed. 5 years after his first victory here as a rookie in 2009, he came back with a breathtaking performance, taking his 7th title. Back in Osaka, Japan.
Today, the Red Bull X Fighters contest brings the elite of freestyle motocross to Osaka, Japan, and to the grounds of the beautiful Osaka Castle.
What an amazing venue here in Osaka, and the top riders in the world are ready to do battle. I know these guys have more than a few surprises in store for us here today. The riders are warming up and are ready to take on this massive course in front of us. Coming up, stop number 2 from Osaka Castle.
These are the quarterfinals. Rob Adelberg faces Matt Rabot. Wes Agee meets Remy Bizoir. David Rinaldo is up against Danny Torres. And Taka Higashino meets Levi Sherwood. The first matchup, Australia versus Switzerland. Adelberg versus Rabot. Rob Adelberg qualified lower and has to go first.
Rob is one of those dudes that has the bag of tricks, but sometimes he gets too pumped up. He gets a little too excited.
Whoa,
but
yes.
whoa, starts off so strong, backflip cliffhanger, and like I said earlier, he really did pop those hips. He straightened out. Judges gonna love that one.
Nice little rock solid there as he flies over through the middle of the course, and then the cliffhanger to no-hander lander. Yes, the guys were really struggling with that one yesterday, trying to get the base jumper, dropping in off of these huge jumps, and wow, they weren't feeling good about it yesterday. Today, Robbie has just set the bar high for that one.
Backflip, Indian air to heel clicker, and then bar hop to no-handed lander over there.
The Shaolin into no-hander lander was beautiful.
Nice. Rob is looking great right now. Backflip Cordova.
Tsunami kiss of death. He's really taking it good.
The judges really like to see these guys doing the very difficult tricks on the first jump into the double-double section here, because that makes it even harder to set up. It shows commitment and shows confidence that you're going to do it, as he throws down into the side saddle lander, something that the variety judge really going to like to see.
Yeah, 7 seconds left in the run here. The flags are flying as he gets flipped upside down for a kiss of death tsunami flip, and then throws in the heart attack one hand. That was beautifully extended as well.
Really solid run out of Rob there. We used those 75 seconds really well, really kind of threw down, and Rabeau's going to have to ride like the former champion that he is. And look at this, he really straightens out of the hips there. Really nice, great way to start out. The judges love to see you start out on a difficult trick, and cliffhanger flip is one of the most difficult out there.
Beautiful extension, absolutely fantastic.
Could not be extended more or hold that longer there.
And here we go with Matt Rabeau.
He's got the experience. He won't let the butterflies get to him as much. He knows how to be a competitor. He knows how to use everything to his advantage. And he starts off big with a can-can and one-hand backflip, and then stretches out the kiss of death.
It's looking smooth so far. That landing on both of those jumps was perfect.
You're going to see these guys reaching down and flipping something up on their handlebars. Those are his flip levers. And he gets into a whip Indian air, no-hander, really nice there, and then comes around, uses the super kicker, goes for the use of course, and then big whip flip for Rabeau.
Watch this right here now.
And so he flips up his left flip lever. This is where we saw him crash yesterday. Yeah. It's going to be the first flare that we see today.
Yes, and he pulls it off.
Yes.
He pulls it off with the knack-knack even. Nice to see that.
Flare for Matt. Comes back around, still got 24 seconds left on the clock. And you see how marbly the surface is. It's really hard to get a run going. And really sticks out the backflip, kiss of death, Indian air. And Rabeau is riding really, really solid right now.
This is the best run we've seen from him in a few days.
Maybe in a few years.
Oh, yeah.
Pendulum backflip, double Indian air to finish off. And he is stoked. He is
absolutely stoked.
That is perfect ruler extension, straight up and down. Love to see that, really kind of just upping everything. And now here's that flare. Knack-knack with the left leg. Maybe not the biggest knack-knack, but hey, he's doing a 540.
The rider's job is done. Now it's up to the judges. The judging at Red Bull X Fighters is pretty simple. 5 judges look at 5 different categories. Whoever wins at least 3 categories wins the heat. Drake McElroy from the USA judges variety. Italian Alvaro Del Fara looks at the execution of tricks. Jimmy Verberg from Belgium evaluates the style. Kiwi Brody Henriksen judges use of course. And Brazilian Jose Gaspar pulls the throttle whenever he likes the energy of a rider. Jason Moriarty from South Africa oversees the panel. He is the head judge.
This is going to be tight for sure.
All right, here we go. Variety judge. That one goes to Rob Adelberg. So advantage Australia. Execution of the tricks. This is a big one for you too, I think. Rob Adelberg gets 2 helmets, so advantage definitely sitting in Rob Adelberg's side right now. Use of course, well for sure that's going to be Matt Rabeau because of the corner pipe.
Yeah.
Energy, excitement, and entertainment. That one belongs to Matt Ribot. Tie game so far.
Tie game.
So it's coming down to one helmet here. Who is going to take the style? Oh, Rob Adelberg, 83 points on the style side. And they're going to give it to Robbie there. Let's go up to Jason and find out what their decision reasons were.
We're checking in with you, Jason. We see that you actually have had to get involved a couple times here and change a couple scores. Can you tell us what you're seeing up there, what you saw there with the difference from Adelberg and Ribot?
Yeah, it was really close. Obviously, the standout thing in match run was the flare, but overall the quality of the executions and the cleanness of the run definitely goes to Robbie, which would have put him ahead in execution and in form and flow. So it was really, really close run. Matt definitely took the energy and the variety, but what tipped it in Rob's favor was the form and flow and the execution.
Thanks a lot, Jason Moriarty, our head judge.
Wes Adji from the USA is up next. He is completely focused on his run, knowing he can rely on his competition bike. The Red Bull X Fighters bikes are frequent travelers. The 2014 World Tour features 5 destinations all over the globe. Wherever the riders go, the bikes are already there. The man behind the logistics is Jimmy Verburg. He has chosen one bike for every rider, and now he has to make sure this very specific bike does not get damaged or lost.
Back in the days, we just had bikes over, and then they brought all the material like the suspension and the handlebars and everything. But traveling these days with suspension is getting harder and harder, and if you travel over America or certain countries, you're not 100% sure if your suspension is going to show up because there is air in it and high compression, so they think it's going to be a bomb or something, so they take it out. So to avoid that risk, we just decided to make boxes, and then every rider has his own bike and he can keep his own suspension on it.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky with what Jimmy does for us. He gets all our bikes and he ships them around to all the events. So yeah, I guess it just makes it really easy for us. We go to the first event, set our bike up for the year, and we can leave it. You know, we can bring parts or take parts and just do what we want really. So yeah, it's good. In the past, when we've had to ride a different bike every round, it makes it more challenging. You know, you have to travel with a lot more gear and you have to spend a lot more time working on your bike, when now we can kind of just kick back and relax, check our bikes over and go riding.
And the rider is 100% sure that it's their own bike. Everything is 100% ready, so they can focus more on the riding, of course.
American Wes Adji is completely concentrated on his riding because he knows Jimmy Verburg takes care of his bike. Wes Adji faces Remy Bizouar in the second quarterfinal.
No one is better at flying through the air and going big out here than Wes. He is well known for his free riding exploits. He loves hitting the massive jumps out in the desert, out in the dunes, and he's not as known as a contest rider. We've had him on tour a few times. Such a great, nice guy, and we're gonna see as he throws down here, massive kiss of death backflip. You can just tell this guy loves going big.
Well, like you said, we were talking about this yesterday, the free riders guy, you know, they tend to come in here and they don't do as well because they're not used to the smaller setups. But, you know, we can't really call this a small setup in comparison to others. But you know what? He manages the system pretty well here. I got to be honest with you, Wes has been riding fantastic the last few days as he goes for a beautiful lazy boy flip over the double-double here into an underflip over the long-distance dirt double. Looking great.
Yeah, I love that. That was a really, really perfectly executed lazy boy backflip into the big whip flip on the 90-foot jump there, and really just lazy pull around there with the suicide flip. This is the best I've actually seen Wes ride in a contest setting. He looks like he's old hat at this stuff.
He's looking very solid, you know, considering he hasn't got the contest experience that some of these other guys do. He's looking really good out there.
Do you think he's pumped? I mean,
think
do you
he's
think he's
pumped.
pumped?
There's no
I think
doubt
he's
about it.
pumped. I think that's personally the best run I've seen Wes do in a contest setting ever. And look at that extension on the lazy boy backflip, really laying it out, and then really nice whip flip over the dirt. Really impressive ride. Wes is pumped.
Yeah, he should be happy about that one as he takes another spinner coming down off of the landing ramp, and we're going to Remy Bizarre from France. Remy, not known as the big crazy innovator out on course, but he does, when he takes time to learn his tricks and get him down, he is such an excellent rider.
Wes had a great run, so in this head-to-head battle, he's going to have to bring it. And he starts off big with that heart attack backflip. And then straight in to the cliffhanger backflip. A little bit over-rotated there, a little bit, but then
he had amplitude on that
He had
one.
amplitude, switches over, hits a super kicker, does a nice ruler. And that, hitting the super kicker is going to get him a little bit of use, of course, as he pushes through a big backflip.
Yeah,
I
Shaolin.
couldn't quite see if it was a bar hop or a Shaolin, but either way, good extension. Whip flip.
Little bit of a sideshow right there, sidewinder. Still got time on the clock, and he's really gotten busy on this course. He's hit almost everything.
What's he got here? We didn't see him hit this yesterday, did we? Oh.
Tsunami flip, fantastic.
I thought, oh, wow.
He got a little squirrely on the landing.
I thought he was lining up for the quarter pipe for a second there. It kind of looked like he was. Flatliner gets it all out, and this jump should count. One-hand heart attack to finish off. Seems like he got a lot of jumps out. I liked his line selection.
Taking a look back at that beautiful cliffhanger flip.
And look at that extension Remy brings to the ruler backflip.
There's only one other guy out there that I know that's that flexible, and that's Levi Sherwood, who's yet to ride. Well, let's see what we get from these guys as we go to our judges. First one coming up, variety. The helmet goes to Remy Bizarre.
Yeah,
Execution, 82 to 81, real close there. Also going to Remy Bizarre.
Use, of course, Wes, yeah, use the quarter pipe.
Yeah,
That's a pretty obvious one.
We'll definitely give that one to Wes. I mean, he played with the crowd, and he had those burnouts, I mean, for sure. That's going to belong to him. So style this time. Hey, oh, Remy Bizarre, 82 to 81 there. Close battle between these two guys.
The Frenchman wins the heat and advances to his first ever semi-final, while Danny Torres gets ready to ride. The Spaniard dived into Japanese nightlife earlier in the week, together with his buddy Tom Pages. Whatever these guys do, it always turns out to be a competition. The Japanese Gaming Center is pure inspiration for the Europeans. On their bikes, they are highly creative and have one more thing in common. They both hate losing.
Yeah, he won me one or two times. I won just one time in the race with the car, and yeah, it was really funny. Yeah.
Danny Torres is on his way to his first head-to-head battle at Red Bull X Fighters. Quarterfinal number 3. David Ronaldo challenges Danny Torres.
David Ronaldo is going to be the first guy to ride in this pairing.
Well, One-handed takeoff backflip off the super kicker to start off. You know what I couldn't believe just talking to him a little while ago? His hand, I'm not sure if you've seen it, his hand is an absolute disaster.
Yeah, it's destroyed.
He's only been riding for 3 weeks, he said, from this massive injury. He has a scar from the tip of his middle finger all the way to the base of his wrist, as he really stretches out a massive Cordova backflip right into a tsunami. And
yeah.
I can't believe he's hanging onto this motorcycle with how messed up his hand is.
It's absolutely amazing. It's because he literally crushed his hand in a crash a few months ago, and it has taken a long time to be able to get him just to move his fingers and stuff. So I mean, you're right, it's an absolute disaster, and just being able to hold on to that bike is a big deal. But you also notice he does a lot of one-hand takeoffs.
Yeah, I would too. Stretches out the double grab Indy, takes a look over the judges.
Under power, so this one will count as he goes for the big Superman.
All right, well, starts out seat grab backflip, nice form. There's the rock solid. That's good extension. It's not overly extended, but it was extended perfectly.
All right, well, David Ronaldo from France is in a bit of a tough situation here because he's got to go up against Danny Torres from Spain.
This guy can shred on a motorcycle.
And he's going for it.
There's no tricks that he can't do.
Oh, my goodness. That was massive.
Massive 360 to start things off.
Yeah, and he traveled and had a bunch of amplitude there. I mean, that was huge.
That was a great start for Danny. He does not want to lose. Starts off on the far side there, heel clicker to Superman. Doesn't get the heel clicker, more of a horseshoe, but it's a very difficult combo to go from the front of the bike to the back of the bike.
And it's like you said, he went into that trick right away on the double-double and followed it up with a great cliffhanger, and he continues this run with some nice big tricks.
Now that was a Paris Hilton backflip there, and then comes back around. Has still got good time left on the clock. And there's the lazy boy flip, maybe a little bit rushed, a little bit more rushed than usual, and then straight into the kiss of death. Still 30 seconds left.
One-handed heart attack flip right there.
Wow, not sure what Danny's got going on here for his line. I guess going to hit the super kicker. Get in the Cordova flip. The fact that he turned on the back of the landing and didn't use the quarter pipe, which was right there, that's a big mistake.
Now looking back at the run here, though, there's the Paris Hilton flip, and I mean, he just gets that so well extended.
Yeah, really nice extension. I mean, Danny he's a former champion for that reason. He is an amazing contest rider, almost unflappable. He is always on. He knows how to work everything, and that small mistake he made over there was actually very surprising.
I don't think there's any question about who's going to be advancing on here, but again, it's down to a judging decision, so let's see. Energy obviously goes to Danny Torres right away. Execution. That helmet belongs to Torres as well, so a big advantage right now after two helmets. They both belong to Danny. Style, very close between the two of them, 81 to 80. Danny Torres has got it because he's got the three helmets. He's going on to the semifinal, and it looks like we might have a sweep here for the first time in the contest today. Yes, we do. 5 helmets to nothing for Danny Torres.
The Japanese crowd celebrates Danny Torres. The Spaniard goes to the semi-final. Taka Higashino's trick list is being fixed to his fender. That's his game plan for the quarterfinal. Taka is the heart and soul of Japanese freestyle motocross. He carries high expectations on his shoulders.
Yeah, this is a big deal, and Japan freestyle and my hometown, Japan. Then I wanna do, like something special for this event.
Last year, he pulled his famous rock-solid flip and beat Tom Pages.
see last year was everybody exciting and standing, then crowd, everybody make noise. So I want to do more than, more than my level.
To repeat this victory, he has to push his limits.
Yeah, I have a new trick, like a body barrier stuff. Yeah, but kind of scary, but just feel, do it.
Taka Higashino suffered a torn ligament after a hard landing in practice and could not ride the qualifying. Taka Higashino challenges the winner of the qualifying, Levi Sherwood.
This is a tough matchup for Taka because this really could have been and possibly should have been the final. Taka versus Levi. We're going to see some stuff right now. No-handed backflip. That looked like it might have been a bit of a mistake, though. It was very late.
Scary landing.
Yeah, very late. He went very big.
Taka's having fun though, no matter what, and he's going up against a pretty strong competitor in Levi Sherwood, so he's got to bring it in this 75-second run, and he goes for the mini flip, the baby flip.
I love that. Love that he picked that up. And here we go, holding on, and
with the fist pump. He had the fist pump in there.
So that's Taka's brand new trick. It's his own version of the special flip, which he said he hasn't named yet, but there was talk of calling it the Osaka roll, the California roll, or seat grab roll, and that is pretty next level and just really stretches out the KOD backflip onto the dirt double.
Wow, fantastic.
Really nice, but I have to point out that was a repeated trick there, another no-handed backflip. Even though it was off the dirt double, the variety judge will actually knock him a couple points for that. He won here last year in the inaugural Osaka Red Bull X Fighters, so he is the national hero.
Yeah. There's that roll of his, that special flip variation.
He takes off, holding onto the seat grab hole, spins 360 above and off the side of the bike, and then grabs back on. In watching that slow motion, it's crazy. He actually never lets go of the motorcycle.
All right, next rider up is going to be that man right there, Levi Sherwood, another former World Tour champion, and he wants it bad again, and he's on form. Wow, double grab backflip right out of the gate by Levi Sherwood. Big.
Huge. And I love the extension that he's getting on that brand new trick for him. And then, the upside knack, turn down whip. I don't know, we got to come up with a short name for that because there is a lot going on as he really tweaks out that heart attack over to the dirt double. The Shaolin bar hop flip, I was calling that the starfish back in the day, Dan Pastor. And then old school, speaking of old school,
Lazy boy.
Lazy boy right side up, and then the bar hop,
goodness, the
just
bar hop.
Superman backflip. Levi is pulling out all the stops right now.
Turntable.
Turntable right into the really stretched out kiss of death backflip over the 90-foot dirt double, and he still has 12 seconds to go.
What hasn't he done in this run, really? I mean, he's got this thing chock-a-block with tricks as he goes for the heart attack flip one-hander, then uses that super kicker for the cliffhanger. Really nice. Wow, what a run from Levi Sherwood.
The double grab backflip. Wait till you see this extension. Look at this. Here he goes. Ladder's back. Oh, there's a double grab India. I didn't even catch that the first time. And here, look at that. Butt to the fender.
It's so amazing to watch him, how well he can just tweak his body and make those tricks look huge. All right, variety belongs to Levi Sherwood. Execution, also Levi's. Wow, this is tough for Taka Higashino right now. Energy, clear, that one's gonna belong to Taka. We may have a battle still. 1 helmet to 2 so far. Use, of course, belongs to Levi. Levi goes to the semifinals. Unfortunate for Taka. We're not going to see him advancing any farther than quarterfinal action today. But Levi Sherwood back on form from a few years ago. 4 helmets to 1 win in that head-to-head for Levi Sherwood.
Levi Sherwood beats the local hero Taka Higashino and also wins the crowd's respect. Coming back into the riders' pits, he realizes he's in trouble.
Fine, I gotta remember another run.
The semi-finals go on for 90 seconds, and Levi Sherwood memorizes all his tricks. Danny Torres will be the next contender in the arena. These are the semi-finals. Underdog Bizois challenges the great Spaniard Torres, and Adelberg is up against Sherwood. The European battle, France versus Spain, Bizois versus Torres.
Yeah, and here we go. Remy Bizois getting out on course.
Straight into it, same start as before. Let's not forget the semifinal run is 90 seconds long, so they got more time on course.
It's that cliffhanger backflip on the start of the double-double. Good extension straight into the side saddle lander there, which just little tricks, little here and there, just really, these guys are all so close.
Wow, that was long, the landing though.
Shaolin to Flatlander almost. That's not going to get you extra points.
He landed really far left on the landing ramp.
Yeah, I really think there's a lot of wind. You can just kind of see it blowing in his jersey and blowing on the trees back there, but no time to slow down. As he flips his flip levers up there. Those are used to just leverage the bike back underneath you in some of these nasty trick flips like that kiss of death backflip.
The tsunami flip KOD. I mean, that is just, your arms just get wrenched with those levers as you try to pull the weight of the bike back around, eh?
Yeah, nice flatliner, a little bit front end high, kind of gets off course a little bit, but saves it well. Gets going, last 10 seconds on the clock. He's pumping the crowd up, saying, let's go. What's he got to finish off with here?
Nice.
Big turn down for Remy Bizois. And pretty solid run out of him.
You know, quite honestly, he did a good job.
Oh, look at that extension. Incredible extension. Little over rotation there, but still really lays that out nice. Nice and smooth, and now it is up to Mr. Torres.
But, you know, Remy Bizois rode a good run there, so Danny's got to bring it.
Well, if there's one thing Danny's good at is bringing it.
There's no doubt about that.
He seemed very comfortable here all weekend long, and really starting off that big 360. Not a bad way to start off a 90-second run.
Not bad at all. And just to go back to what you said about being used to the bull rings, you know, this is a big course, but it's a very tight course at the same time with all of the ramp distribution. So, you know, that could be playing to his strengths as a guy who manages to get from ramp to ramp quickly and efficiently and easily with confidence.
Yeah, and there's Paris Hilton backflip into the double-double, and then launches the dirt double, lays out a double grab, nice, holds it. Everything looks good so far for Danny Torres.
Lazy boy flip right there, straight into the next jump, into that kiss of death ruler. There it is. There's the double grab backflip. I think that might be the backbreaker here for Remy Bizois. And now the use of course is going to play it. Like you said earlier, he doesn't have the big banger off of the quarter pipe, but he does use it.
He used it.
That's a big deal.
Important. And then right over to the super kicker. So again, the quarter pipe and the super kicker in, and a great trick on the super kicker, backflip Cordova.
Yeah. So that's the line that I was talking about earlier on. And
what I saw out of him right there, Danny's going to have to step his game up a little bit.
Wow, and he's gotten a lot of extra tricks in the last 5 to 7 seconds. So that was a great run from Danny Torres. I don't think there's any question that Danny Torres is going to take the helmets on this one.
And here we go. Here's that double grab. Look at that. Ladder's back, and then right away.
Okay, but the only thing that's really not super sexy about that is the ladder back. The stretch was good.
Not that I'm one to be picking it apart, but if our job is to pick it apart, Levi's is better. Now we're letting the judges tabulate.
They're doing a lot of work right now.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of work, and there are definitely some Jason Moriarty's earning his paycheck today as the head judge.
Variety belongs to Danny Torres. Execution of the tricks. That one belongs to Remy Bissoir, so
Wow.
we've got 2 even Stevens right now. Style goes to Remy. So
Wow.
right now, Remy Bissoir has the advantage over Danny Torres, but then use, of course, clear. Use of the quarter pipe is going to go to Danny Torres, so it comes down to energy. Oh my goodness!
What?
Remy Bissoir
What?
takes the 3rd helmet, so Remy Bissoir will advance to his first X Fighters final ever.
The first really big upset in this competition.
It's incredible. Can't believe it. I don't know. I think Danny was better than me, but I'm really happy, and I'm looking forward to the final. It's going to be really, really hard for me, but I will try my best and just we enjoy riding here in front of the Japanese crowd and try having fun. That's it.
Levi Sherwood is self-confident, and it's plain to see. He has won the qualifying, and on the day before the event, he made a dream come true, meeting Kengo Kimura in the riders area. Kimura is one of Japan's greatest custom bike builders, and he brought 2 of his masterpieces to Osaka. Levi and Kengo, they don't speak the same language, but they share one passion.
It's a bit of an honor to have him let me work on it with him. You know, I know how much that kind of means to someone, so he's done a really nice job with his work. It kind of comes down to if you're going to do something, you do it right. I'm not going to go out there and do a trick that I know I can't do the best I can, and I think that's what's cool about his bikes. I think my favourite one's the blue one. They're both really nice bikes, but if he lets me ride one, I think I'll try to take the blue one. Yeah, I guess I don't want to wear my motocross helmet on that nice custom bike, so I wanted to look the part and get this helmet. Kind of rides a lot better than I expected, so it's cool. It's my first time kind of riding a bike like this, so it's a nice little change.
I used to ride motocross, but I'm scared to jump ramps. A backflip? No, not for me. Levi Sherwood is stylish as ever, on his way to his 8th Red Bull X Fighters title. The second semi-final in Osaka, Adelberg faces Sherwood. Adelberg qualified lower, so he has to start first.
And Rob starting right away with that cliffhanger flip over the big jump.
And Rob Adelberg throwing down the base jumper. He's looking solid, and he's got a tough go here.
There was a nice Indy flip to heel clicker combo, and then the big Shaolin to no-hander lander. I like that he's opting for the risky technical landings on those no-handers.
Yeah, not a lot of no-handed landings going on today. You can tell they've got these jumps propped up a little bit, so they're super poppy, and I think that's really kind of holding a lot of the guys back from doing the no-handed landers that we're used to seeing in a competition at this level.
Well, at this point, Rob's the only guy who's pulled out the no-hander lander. But Rob looking good here with a nice kiss of death tsunami flip into that one-handed heart attack with that just fantastic extension.
Now he's got that extra 10 seconds here.
Hopefully he doesn't blow it.
Yeah, come on, Rob. You gotta get going here, buddy. Oh,
he's gonna let the time run out.
Yeah.
He could have had 2 extra jumps in there.
That was definite bad time management. Well, he did his exact quarterfinal run and then finished with that one-hand heart attack and then never did anything else.
Yeah,
but great extension out of Rob. Very solid run. The things that he did do, he did very well.
All right, next up, Levi Sherwood in the second semifinal head-to-head battle. Starts off nice.
Speaking of big ones, starts off with a massive kiss of death backflip. Love how this kid extends all his tricks. And there, the upside knack, the whip.
Cliffhanger. Yeah, he's not trusting himself to go to that base jumper there. Not at
I think
all.
there's just too much pop on these ramps with them propped up like they are, so the guys are landing pretty hard. So far, the identical run from the quarterfinals. And he is hauling there.
Yeah, he's going real fast on this
racing
run.
a national moto there on this KTM.
I dig that Lazy Boy, the way he reaches back and grabs that rear fender with his hands.
Yeah, like that, and then that's a great combo. The bar hop to Superman, front of the bike to the back of the bike, all while doing a backflip. Levi's really looking solid.
Double grab,
and there's
flip.
a double grab Indian air, a little bit short,
yeah,
but not too bad, not enough to cause any worry or injury. And there, 360
Whoa.
for Levi.
That was huge.
Yeah, that was really nice. And then a bit of a holy grab off the super kicker.
Now the critical time comes in. Will Levi use these extra seconds? And it clearly, you know, he does right away. He's got his line set and figured out.
Into a heart attack flip.
Wow, that's going to be a close call.
1 second on the clock. We're gonna have to check. We're gonna have to check in and see if this is gonna count. As he gets the no-handed Superman. Finishes off with a nice 9 o'clock knack.
So we're looking at, we could have potentially 2 extra jumps in his run if the judges determine that he was under power more than halfway through that last bank turn.
There's so many things that go into each and every trick, and then they do 15 tricks out there. So
yeah,
you know what, we can guess up here, but we don't actually know until we're judging every single trick. Double grab Indian air backflip from Levi. Perfection.
Yeah. Now it's going to come down to the judging decision between Rob Adelberg and Levi Sherwood. Variety, that belongs to Sherwood. Execution, also going to Sherwood by a half point. Style, look at how close these are, 81-82. Style belongs to Sherwood, so that
Sherwood
means
moves on.
Sherwood is going into the final against Remy Bizarre. And it's going to be, it looks like a sweep for Levi Sherwood. 5 helmets to none against Rob Adelberg.
While Sherwood seems to become the new crowd's favorite, Bizarre is in trouble. His back is hurting and he needs treatment. Is Sherwood going to win his 8th Red Bull X Fighters contest? Or will this become the greatest day in the career of Frenchman Remy Bizarre? The final in Osaka, Bizarre versus Sherwood.
Yeah, Remy Bizarre has not had the best of luck in previous Red Bull X Fighters, so the fact that he is sitting here in the final could be a very, very big thing for him. Not only in the fact that, you know, he's doing it well for his sponsors, but also for the fact that his confidence level will go through the roof. And he starts off with that beautiful, that heart attack, one-hand heart attack flip.
Man, he threw that thing because you saw he got all crooked in the air, get all twisted up. Really
Nice.
big extension there on the cliffhanger backflip. Gets over to the super kicker. So far, 3 for 3, same run as he's been doing all day.
Yeah, and let's not forget, this is another 90-second run for these guys. Uh-oh. Oh, he got tangled up on the bike there, but he managed to bring it around, and now it's kind of messed him up a bit. Hopefully he can recollect himself into this corner.
He's got to just take a deep breath, put that behind him, and move on. It's really difficult once you screw up like that in a run to kind of get back, but really nice
now.
whip flip.
Side saddle lander, so he looks like he's back in it, and Levi Sherwood is not watching this run. He's sitting down there and praying the whole time. 30 seconds remaining in the run. Remy's going to keep it going. Big tsunami kiss of death backflip, and that's the way he's got to get back into it. So talking about his mental state before, coming back really strong from what could have been a disastrous mistake in his run. Flatliner stretches it out, lines up again. Time is ticking off as he goes for that one-hand heart attack. And he's going to let these last seconds tick away, I think. Well, he'll take one last
more huge whip.
Huge whip.
Yeah, that was really nice. Great way to finish up. I'm not sure if it's going to count.
Yeah, he's bummed about that as he heads over to say hi to the audience there. Obviously not afraid to get close and personal with the fans, and that's awesome.
That's too bad. Just a quick little mistake. Got his feet tangled up.
Well, let's look at this again here.
This should be it. And let's see. So backflip goes. Yeah.
Lucky that he didn't get more tangled up on the bike as he.
Oh, yeah. That's
man.
How he saved that. He should get extra points for saving that one right there.
The fact that he brought that back around and then managed to ride the rest of his run was very good. Okay, last run of the day for Levi Sherwood.
He wants to ride. He wants to bring it right now. Right now, it is Levi Sherwood's to lose.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is even worse than having to go 100%, because right now, Levi could ride at 90% and win this thing, but that sometimes is the worst position to be in, Troy, because if you're used to competing at 100% and then your brain knows, hey, I could take this a little bit easy, that's when mistakes happen. And so far, so good for Levi. 60 seconds left on the clock.
Tons of time for him.
The starfish backflip there for him. Not quite the extension we saw earlier, but lazy boy into the bar hop.
Superman.
Yeah, but look, his extensions aren't exactly as good as they were in the quarterfinal, the semifinal. So hopefully his mind stays sharp right now for the rest of his run.
Oh!
Backflip double grab, Indian air, 30
Again,
seconds
a bit
left.
short.
Yeah, a bit short, same jump as before, but still looking really good, floating that 360 around. Looks really like Nate Adams on the way he does his 360s the way Nate does, just really nice and easy, kind of floats it out.
Time counting down as he goes for the turntable there, and one more jump will do it for Levi Sherwood as he goes for that heart attack one-hand flip.
Looking really solid. He's going to push this one out, and they may actually give him this one. No-handed Superman. And I'm not sure. I don't think he won't even need these to take home the win. I don't think so. Great run by Levi Sherwood to finish up. I think Levi's happy, and we could see the first repeat winner of the year. Look at that extension, Troy.
Levi Sherwood's just, he's just one step above at this point.
The final judging.
First helmet belongs to Levi Sherwood for variety execution. Also going to go to Levi Sherwood.
Oh, look at that, 83 to 75,
yeah,
not even
right
close.
There. Style,
and
82 to 80.
Levi.
That's it. Levi Sherwood's your winner. Remy Bizarre flows into second place, so the silver goes to Remy here. Levi Sherwood with gold and a full pull of 5 helmets here in the final.
As it should have been.
As it should have been.
The fans celebrate their heroes. Danny Torres and Remy Bizouar join Levi Sherwood on the podium.
And our winner here tonight in Osaka, Levi Sherwood, 2 in a row for him, so he does back it up with a second win on the tour in 2 events.
The Red Bull X Fighters battle for the World Tour title, and that's why these points are so precious. Sherwood wins 100, Bizouar gets 80, his highest score so far, and Torres wins 65. The fans in the stands make this moment unforgettable. This is the overall ranking after 2 events. Due to the throwout rule, the lowest single tour stop score is already eliminated. Sherwood on top of the leaderboard, and he will be hard to stop this year.
Yeah, I guess people might be on me in Madrid, but I'm not too worried. They can go for what they like. I'm just going to go up there and challenge myself.
The Red Bull X Fighters World Tour moves on to Madrid. The Spanish capital has been hosting the Red Bull X Fighters since 2002. Next stop, Munich, Germany, where the huge course will be constructed floating on the Olympic Lake. The season's final and the 50th Red Bull X Fighters event will be held in Pretoria, South Africa. Red Bull X Fighters in Osaka, Japan has been a magnificent event. The best freestyle motocross riders battled head to head. And in the end, there was only one man standing: Levi Sherwood from New Zealand.